Hi guys, we are looking at the final part of the Oathbound quest for this season, and the first part of it, as it is in any other one, is to make contact with Riftwarden Stellian. So I'm going for the one in the centre of the map here because it is and gives us the best opportunity to find the next part of the quest, whatever that may be. So we'll go through the audio, which will come on, you can listen to it or you can read it through the bottom there. And the next part of this is to damage Oathbound chests to give us the pieces that we need to retrieve for the hard drives. Now, the Oathbound chest can be found anywhere, generally where we have the old medieval style buildings. You're kind of looking for the outpost buildings because they usually have one upstairs, as you'll find here, and this one is the closest one to the area in the middle of the map that we just went to. And inside the building, as we drop down, there will be an Oathbound chest there. All we need to do is hit it 3 times and it will drop the hard drive pieces for us. All we need to do is collect 3 of those pieces and it will trigger the completion for this part and move us on to the next one.
Outsiders may have insight into the workings of the rifts. Search their laboratory for research notes.
So the next part takes us to Lonely Labs. There are 3 locations in which we need to find the paper trails. So it's the 3 main buildings here, and you can start at one side and work your way to the other. Just be warned, Lonely Labs is a bit of a hotspot, so be prepared to fight for a little bit to get to these pieces unhindered. As I had to kill 4 other players to get in and get this one done. It wasn't because they were here looking for the pieces, they were there actually engaging with me for fighting. So once we pick up the 3 for this, it will then move us on to the next step of the Oathbound final quests.
Exiled sages. They might have the answers we seek.
Once this has been completed, the next part we're going to be looking at is going to Shattered Slabs, where we need to pick up 3 sets of ancient texts. These are found within 3 of the buildings, and they're actually quite spread across this area. Again, Shattered Slabs is a well-known hotspot for player drops, so do expect it to be quite busy. If you're hitting this right at the start of a game, it's going to be busy and you're going to have to fight for it. If you hit it towards the end or in the middle of a game after the start, then you've probably got a far better chance of getting these unhindered and uninterrupted. Otherwise, be prepared to fight for them. Once we pick up all 3 of these texts, it will yet again move us on to the next stage of these quests.
Thank you, my friend. This may be our only hope. These texts prophesize a beautiful monster enabled by the hubris of a champion. They say nothing of what comes next, unless that silence itself is the prophecy.
Once we get our 3 texts, we then have to make contact again with Riftwarden Stellian. 3 areas there. I'm going to land at the bottom one because it'll give us the best chance at getting onto the next part of this, which is to find a telescope. Just up onto the hillside there's a telescope in the further building away from it, which makes it a little bit easier for going on this because we can jump on the zip wire behind us and then take that zip wire all the way up to that building to get the telescope. As you can see here, the location's actually very close by for this one. So if we can go up to it's a greenhouse, and in the garage area, there will be a telescope sitting there. All we need to do is interact with it, collect it, and it will move us on to the next stage of this quest line, which will take us all the way to the other side of the map, where we need to clear some debris on a hillside, place a telescope, and it will trigger the final part of this. And you see there's 3 locations for that. Once we get there and put the telescope down, that will be the final part of this quest, and we'll get a bit of audio from the Rift Warden himself lamenting about his situation and what it's meant to him. Anyway guys, that is the video. Please drop a like on it, comments down below, let me know what you think of the season and these quests so far. We'll do a bit of a review hopefully over the next day or two when the season finishes. Other than that, subscribe to the channel so you're kept into the loop for everything going on over the break, but also into the start of the new season as well. Anyway guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.